So, hi everybody. My name is Natasha Gonzalez, one of the podcast hosts for today's session. Today, I am joined by one of our other hosts, Gerson Salinas. We also have Dr. Salivad and our guru, Presilla Moreno, today with us to talk about a conference that we're planning within second year experience for second year students called ReFresh. So Priscilla, what is this conference about, or what is it for?
So this conference is for second year students specifically, since we do recognize that second year students weren't able to experience their first year in college in person, like normally how we would say, due to COVID-19. And because of that, we want to familiarize them with the resources that UTRGV provides. And within our event, we would be showing them campus, how it is before they actually step foot on campus. So this event will be taking place August 19th. And we would be hosting sessions within having UTRGV resources, host sessions, and just show them what they're about. And hopefully these students would know what resources we have and utilize them.
That's awesome. So how did this kind of, I guess, start, or like how long has this been in the works?
We started thinking about this event early summer, and we've been planning this out the whole entire summer. So we're excited of what we've done. Hopefully we'll make it work.
So this is a one-time thing, right? Especially for the students who didn't get to experience their freshman year.
Yes.
And what is gonna be going on to kind of welcome them again, I guess. How is it gonna be?
So we do have an agenda set. So we are hoping to start off with the scavenger hunt to get them familiarized with the buildings in Edinburgh and Brownsville. From there, we would host we're still doing the guru panel.
We're still kind of figuring out the different sessions, but one of the things we are really excited for is lunchtime. We're gonna have Dr. Saavedra come in and give us a keynote speech or like a session, and she's gonna talk all about like identity and just like academic agency among students, and like how culture ties into it. And so I'm really excited for that conversation, and then it'll lead into some smaller group conversations. And just like from the podcast that we had with Aaron, I think it was like 2 podcasts ago, that one was really fun, and we kind of touched on some of the things we're hoping to discuss at the conference. And so I think it'll be really, really, really beneficial for students to learn about.
And do students have to sign up for it, or is it like automatically every second year student is on the list?
So we are following CDC guidelines, and we have a limited capacity. So as of right now, the CDC guideline is only allowing us to have 114 students in Brownsville and 131 students in Edinburgh. So we will be opening reservations up to see, it would be like on a first come first serve basis.
So anyone who's listening, who's a second year student, make sure to snag a seat, because it should be really, really fun, and you'll learn a lot about the different resources we do have on campus.
And how will they find it? Is it on Handshake?
We're still working on that.
But keep your eye out.
Yeah, we should send, like, we're gonna be like pushing it really, really hard when we do put it out. So just students to check their emails, check our social medias, so that they know where to find the link to register.
Another question. Is it gonna be like a whole day thing or is it in the morning? How is it?
We are planning it to be a whole day thing. I think the starting time would be around 10, and then we'd finish off around 4:45, almost 5.
So we did choose to have that late start just because if it's super early, nobody wants to be waking up at 8 in the morning. We did try to accommodate to what most people would deem like a reasonable time.
Mhm.
I think planning it has been so fun.
I'm just along for the ride, so I don't know if I can answer your questions. You all seem to be doing a really great job with this. So
I feel like personally, like as we've been meeting with presenters, I've myself been learning about the different resources at UTRGV, because even then, I am considered a junior now, but I only was able to spend a semester and a half, and I wasn't really able to utilize the resources that UTRGV has. So it's been really great to find out the plenty of resources that UTRGV provides. So I'm excited for other students to learn about them.
Honestly, I didn't know about the career closet. And now I know about the career closet.
Well, that one is frankly new, but I'm excited to see what they've been coming up with.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, we're partnering with the Career Center, not only for this event, but some events on their end as well. And so we got to learn about the career closet, which is basically like a wardrobe that the office has, and where you can like check out clothes for like interviews, or if you have like some like professional event that you have to go to and you don't have that clothes, you can go, you can check it out, and then I think you can keep up to 2 items per semester. And so it's really beneficial, and it's an excellent resource we have here. And so we wouldn't have known about it if we hadn't been planning this event. So like the more you get into it, the more you learn. And so we just really want to help share this knowledge that we've gained with the students. And so that's one of the biggest goals of this event. Oh, maybe we could talk about the goals.
So our main targets that we want to hit is professionalism, tips to surviving college, along with student involvement. So with that, we decided to reach out to resources that hit those the topics that we want to go through. So as of right now, we have Career Center, we have student involvement, student activities, UT Health, CFSI.
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're hosting a session. We also have Learning Center and Writing Center, and we're hosting a session on planning and just like getting organized in your like academics and your classes. And so we are creating for that session a really fun like calendar to help you organize yourself. I'm working on it right now, and it's coming along really nicely.
Sounds really fun. So Priscilla, are you kind of considered then a second year student as well in the school or no?
I wouldn't say so. I don't think I would be considered a second year student.
You were here before the pandemic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
So
just
you
here
got
for like a
to
semester and a half.
Yes.
So both of us came in fall 2019. So we're going into our 3rd year, so we just kind of finished up our 2nd year. And it's really interesting just seeing the shift between like in person and online. Like it was kind of a sharp like switch for everyone, but like to have it happen in our 1st year, it was kind of scary and sometimes a little bit sad. It's like, wow, over half my education here at UTRGV has been online. But yeah, so like we're really excited to go back in person, and so I guess we're in a place to understand a little bit better of the students who came in when it was fully online. And so we like understand how hard it is to have had that experience, and so we just want to help make the transition back to in person a little bit easier.
So it happened on your 1st year, the 2nd semester, right? So it was on spring. Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was so funny and so crazy. I had some professors who were a little bit older in the transition, wasn't the
Yeah,
smartest.
some black professors kind of like
Wow. Wow.
it was
Just
tough.
calling out calling out the technologically challenged. Man, that's rough.
Because to that point, I feel like some professors just chose not to use Blackboard at all, right?
Yeah.
I feel like some just didn't use, they just give us
Yeah.
papers and stuff, which was fine, but it was tough for them to later jump on the computer. Um, and it's been I am taking summer classes right now. Um, and it's been really fun going back in person. I have one that's directing or theater, and it's really, really fun. I've been having a blast in that class because I've been actually doing like group projects and stuff. We're actually gonna be filming a video on Friday, I think, and it's just been so fun, and I missed it a lot. My fun classes got cut off when the pandemic happened, and now I feel like we're kind of getting back in that groove, and they're having actual plays now with the theater department, and we're making movies again, and it's really, 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 really fun. And I'm sad that I missed a couple of semesters without it, but happy to be back.
I think so. There, a couple of things that Priscilla and that they've hit on, right? Is that when we started planning, and really Priscilla's done a wonderful job of taking the leading the planning. But this conversation has been ongoing for a long time, and a lot of it was because one, well, obviously it played into the issue of a lot of our second year students didn't have like an in-person experience on campus. But in broader terms, what like research and all kinds of things tell us is that and I think what we learned from experience is that a lot of our second year students just feel disconnected. We place so much emphasis on our first year students and getting resources to them and telling them about resources that then the second year it's kind of like, oh, they already know everything, we can let them go. But what we're finding is that they don't, right? I mean, look at Natasha's example about the career closet. There are a lot of resources that we don't tell students about that maybe, and maybe this is something that we could do, is like, what are the resources that are really critical for first year students? What are the resources that are critical for second year students? Because, right, maybe a first year student doesn't need to think about a career closet and like, oh, the way I dress for an interview. But like beginning your second year, you should definitely start thinking about like internships and externships and things like that. So maybe for us, like, right, we can think about like, what are those resources that are critical. But the big picture was we weren't really doing anything to connect our second year students to resources. And so that was like kind of like the driving force behind behind the ReFresh conference. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to steal anybody's thunder.
I think that's a great way to encapsulate it. Encapsulate it? I don't know how to say it.
Perfect.
Yeah, you go to the right.
That's exactly how you say it, Harrison.
It sounds like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I'm super excited, but also super nervous because it's creeping up on us.
Yeah. I feel like the summer has flown by. It's just like now we're August and then we're starting school.
Yeah.
So it's exciting but nerve-wracking.
Absolutely. I'm nervous. Your faculty are nervous. I've been fielding emails and text messages from faculty like, well, what about this? And what if this happens? And what do we do now? And it's it's like to relax. Like, please chill out. You're making me nervous. You're giving me anxiety. But just know that like your instructors have the same kinds of questions that I think a lot of the students have. And we don't always know all the answers, and it's kind of like let's wait, let's be patient, let's see how things develop. And so, yeah, my advice for students is just relax, pay attention to whatever's coming out, whatever the messaging is coming out of the university, right? Yeah, and hopefully it'll be more like a more traditional semester and year than we've had in a long time. I'm looking forward to getting back on campus. So anything else? Do you guys have any other questions? I'm sorry for talking. I feel like when I talk, then people don't talk afterwards. I try.
I think you brought up an interesting point about like how like I think as students we don't always take like the professors into consideration. We see them as like, oh my gosh, they're like professionals, like they like have everything figured out when like that's not always the case. And so it's I guess really beneficial to hear like the vulnerability is the same across the board, how like we don't know, like we're all nervous. So I think that was really insightful.
Yeah, I think just another piece of advice is like, especially like if you're anxious or you're nervous or you've got questions, talk to your professors, right? Talk to the people you're going to have in class, talk to the faculty, because they might have the same anxieties and they might have the same questions. And sometimes I think just being on the same page with them can go a long way to kind of quelling that anxiety. Like just like, okay, my professor's feeling the same way, and you know, and hopefully your professor will give like reassure you and give you some words that can kind of maybe put you at ease a little bit. Because I think sometimes like that we all need that. We just all need to know that like everything's gonna be okay and we can work together and figure things out. And so yeah, if for anybody, any students listening out there, you know, talk to your professors, especially this semester as we get back and trying to figure out what everything's gonna look like.